Welcome to the Valley and the Hilltop podcast with the Hills.
I'm Jeremiah.
And I'm Kirsten. And today our podcast is all about thankfulness. We're going to talk a little bit about the first Thanksgiving, how to implement thankfulness in our day-to-day lives, and of course talk about the real reason for Thanksgiving, which is God giving his life for us. So let's get into it.
So babe, what did you guys do for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, so when I was younger, me and my family, we would dress up as little pilgrims for Thanksgiving, and we would just have probably just a basic Thanksgiving meal. We'd always talk about things that we're thankful for, and sometimes we'd even go around the table and just talk about each person and what is one thing that we're thankful for about them, and just have, just that spirit of gratitude and being thankful for, to the Lord, obviously. Just kind of simple things like that is what we did. What about you?
I think what we did is we pretty much just had a turkey, and sometimes we would roast it, or and just go around saying what we're thankful for. So yeah.
What does Thanksgiving mean to you?
Thanksgiving to me means just being thankful for what the Lord has done in our lives, and also just reflecting on His blessings for us, and just remembering also just that we have a family, that we have things that God has brought in our life. So what about you?
Yeah, I think it's important to have gratitude every day, but I think especially during the Thanksgiving holiday, we just think about it even more. And I think I'm just so thankful for just my family and the good memories I have. Just Thanksgiving. I think it's always important to just think about the real reason for the season, which I know is usually a Christmas thing to say, but for Thanksgiving too, right? And just being thankful that Jesus died for our sins and that he saved us. And I think every day in our day-to-day lives, one of the ways we can implement thankfulness rather than just on Thanksgiving is just writing down, like in a journal or maybe on your phone, one or two things that you're thankful for. And sometimes it can be really hard, but I think sometimes if you think about something that is bothering you or that's annoying to you, as we always think about those things, right? Think about maybe something with that you can actually be grateful for. Maybe like, for example, your job, maybe your job's bothering you and there's some not so nice coworkers or just some issues going on, some drama. Well, maybe think about what's one thing you could be thankful for. That you have a job. A lot of people don't even have a job, I don't know, just kind of trying to turn those negative things into something to be thankful for, which I know is very hard, but I think that's something that I've been trying to work on more in my day-to-day life.
Yeah, that's good.
So what's your favorite thing to eat for Thanksgiving?
My favorite thing, I think by far, is turkey.
Turkey?
I say, but
with gravy or no?
I would do that with mashed potatoes.
Okay.
Yeah. And cranberry.
Cranberry sauce?
Cranberry sauce, yeah.
I don't like either of those.
What about you?
My favorite thing is pie.
Yeah. Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, pie. And I think also just mashed potatoes and rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the carbs.
What's your least favorite?
My least favorite would have to be candied yams.
What?
Candied yams. It's like yams. Think of like sweet potatoes, but they're yams with like marshmallows on them.
Yes.
Disgusting. Yeah. I can't. No. I also don't like cranberry sauce.
I think I had it last year and it was pretty good. But.
Yeah. It depends who makes it though, I think too. There's always the one dish at every Thanksgiving that's like a mysterious dish. You don't really know what's in it, and it can be kind of scary.
Yeah.
How about you?
I would say the green bean.
Yeah, you don't like
casserole.
It's always at every Thanksgiving. Yes. Yeah.
Not a big fan of that. Stuffing, I would say, is another thing. My favorite.
Yeah, you like.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite memory of Thanksgiving?
Favorite memory, I would say just last year when you came up for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, our first Thanksgiving together.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
Yeah. And we did which I've never done before, Thanksgiving breakfast, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah,
we all brought something,
really nice.
And then we had a Thanksgiving lunch, and then we were stuffed.
Yeah.
But I thought that was really special. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know your mom was like, let's go around the table, say something we're grateful for. Yeah, well, it's so fun talking about our traditions that we've had in the past, and I can't wait to make more traditions this year as it's our first Thanksgiving married. So I'm really excited.
Yeah.
We're going to go spend it with my family, so that'll be a lot of fun.
It'll be a lot of fun, yes.
These two verses really stood out to us as thankfulness verses in the Bible, and I just thought I'd read them to you today. We give thanks to you, O God. We give thanks, for your name is near. We recount your wondrous deeds. And that's in Psalm 75:1. And the next one is, rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I will say, rejoice. And that's in Philippians 4:4. To rejoice in the Lord, what does that mean? Well, I believe it means having a deeply rooted relationship with Christ that's dependent on Him rather than your circumstances. Because happiness, that's dependent on your circumstances. Maybe you get a promotion, maybe you get to go on a really fun vacation. And while happiness is great and all, once you go through something hard, you're going to go through the depression, you're going to go through sadness, and that happiness will go away. But when you're rejoicing in the Lord, you have a joy that's not just dependent on your circumstances, not just dependent on what you're going through, not just dependent on the hard times, but it's actually dependent on God, and God never changes. So that's what I believe rejoicing means.
Yeah, I believe that the same thing too, is just rejoicing in the Lord always. And again, I say rejoice, and that's what the Bible says, to just rejoice in. And what does that mean for you? Like, I think it means differently for everybody, but like, just for me, I think it's just what God has done, pretty much for me, and like how He has brought you in my life, how He's brought, just like a new family too in my life too, and just having also just my family too, just being loving and caring and all that. And so yeah, just being rejoicing, and that can bring that joy within you.
And I think it starts with thankfulness, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of what you were talking about, being thankful for the things that you have. When we're thinking about all the things that we don't have, all the things we want to have, that leads to discontentment, that leads to depression, that leads to anxiety, that leads to sadness, all these things.
Yeah.
But we're instead focused on the things that we do have and all the things we do have to be grateful for. We can rejoice in the Lord and be joyful.
Yeah. All right, so 8 fun facts about Thanksgiving. Number 1, the first Thanksgiving, did you know, in the United States was held at Plymouth. Did I say that right?
Yes.
All right. In 1621, the feast was prompted by a good harvest and was celebrated by the Pilgrims and the Puritans. Okay, so number 2 is it wasn't until the 1660s that the harvest feast became an annual affair. So yeah.
So they didn't start it annually right away.
Yeah.
They just did it one time, and then it took a while for them to.
I guess so. Yeah. They just made it official.
Oh yeah.
Let's make this official.
Officially, yeah.
Yeah, we're just having a feast. Well, might as well do Thanksgiving.
It's all about food. It's all about God. But.
Yeah. Number 3 is each year the president pardons a turkey. This lucky turkey is guaranteed to spend the rest of its life living freely, never ending up on your table.
Oh my word. Seriously? Just imagine the president being like, turkey, you are pardoned.
You're pardoned.
For the rest of his life? For the rest of the turkey's life?
I guess so.
Where do they keep it?
They keep it in a little kennel. Like, it comes out and they just pet it.
I don't know. Okay, that's a weird fact.
Number 4, when the Pilgrims arrived on the Mayflower, the I can't say that. The Indians, the Native Americans, taught them how to cultivate their land. These Indians, or Native Americans I should say, were then invited to the first Thanksgiving in 1621. This celebration lasted for 3 days. So think about 3-day feast. Like, first day I'm like stuffed.
And that's really
can't keep going, but yeah.
And that's really cool too, just because the Indians, Native Americans, they were helping the Pilgrims to start out in the New World, to even have that food. So the fact that they had that food obviously ultimately was God, but also was because the Indians were helping them plant all those crops and have that abundance.
Yeah.
So I think that's really cool that they had that Thanksgiving together.
Yeah, that is really cool. Number 5 is in 1863, Abraham Lincoln declared the last Thursday in November to be the National Day for Thanksgiving.
And that's why it changes the date, but it still is the same day. For some reason he chose Thursday. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. Number 6, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade began in the 1920s and is still held today.
So how many years old is that? Can't do math, but that's
Well, like
that's
hundreds, 100 years old.
that's a long time.
About, yeah. Number 7 is even if the turkeys wanted to escape before Thanksgiving, they couldn't fly.
Wait, turkeys can't fly?
Yeah,
Wait, I thought they can.
they can fly. Though I've seen turkeys fly.
Wait, so then why is that a
Yeah,
fly?
but it says commercially raised turkeys aren't able to fly.
Oh.
More and more families are turning towards turkey alternatives for their Thanksgiving table, like tofu turkey.
Oh my goodness.
All right, number 8 is the first Thanksgiving feast consisted of chestnuts, onions, leeks, dried fruit, cabbage, carrots, honey, and much more. There were no mashed potatoes, no pumpkin pies, no turkey, but yeah. I know everybody has different traditions though.
They didn't have turkey yet in the New World?
I guess.
They don't have turkey. Or maybe they were too valuable to kill. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. It's interesting how much healthier it was back then. Now
Yeah.
we've gotten rolls and the carbs and,
Yeah.
and all the things.
Yeah.
So those are the 8 fun facts. Thanks so much for joining us for our Thanksgiving podcast.
We'll see you guys next time.